Year, and I believe that every one of you would have made certain kinds of resolutions for your life, especially for the youth, young people, those who are probably about to go into the senior high schools or even about to select the schools that they want to go into. TVET has been one of the major topics, if you follow the Reflections TV show and the Martha Inspires Foundation, that we want to empower more young people in this agenda. Today, I want to sit with personnel from Dabokpa Technical Institute, an amazing, well-equipped, transformational, educative school right here in Tamale, making sure that every young person who is willing and able to study anything under TVET gets the quality kind of education that he or she deserves. In about 2 months, we will sit down again to celebrate the 25 years of the school's existence. Today, we want to look at, after 25 years, the Dabokpa story. Let's take a breather. We'll be right back. I am Martha Inspires.
My name is Naima. I have a challenge with my hand since I was in basic 5. If I'm in class learning on the board, it reflects. So I can't see well, I can't read well, so I have a problem with learning. So when I heard about the eye screen in Martha Inspires Foundation, I decided to come over and see how it will help me, and I'm very happy to be here today.
Welcome back from the break. It's just about Dabokpa Technical Institute. If you are a junior high school student about to write your BEC and you're looking for the best place to go for your technical education, it's Dabokpa Technical Institute here in Tamale. Wherever you are in Ghana and you want this, we'll just make sure that it's part of your selections, and you of course stand a great chance to be part of the best TVET school in the country. I will be speaking with Mr. Fuseni Isifu. He's a teacher of the school, and Mr. Jinapo Seidu Felix, the vice principal, and Madam Mariama Mahama, she is the principal of the school, Dabokpa Technical Institute. Let me come straight to Mama. Thank you so much for joining me, gentlemen and lady. Mama, I'm straight to the point. Dabokpa is 25 years now. Tell us the story. How has the journey been for the school?
Dabtech.
We are unique.
Dabtech.
We are unique.
Indeed, the unique technical institute in Ghana started as a girls' boarding school in the early 1960s. Around the 1970s, a vocational school was started as the Home Science Center was phased out, where they were taught crafts and needlework. Around the 1980s, a vocational school was still in session, but this time they introduced MVTI programs in the school. It became a full-fledged school in the 1998 with 4 programs. And has grown and transformed in various shapes and forms to its current enviable state, where we have over 2,387 students, as well as 187 teaching and non-teaching staff.
Wow.
We offer 22 programs for the formal sector, as well as some programs for the informal sector. The Dabokpa Technical Institute is an all-inclusive educational institution where we provide TVET training for everybody, those that are placed regularly by the CFPS Secretariat, that's from the Ministry of Education, as well as our brothers and sisters who for some reason fell out of school, as well as our sisters who did not go to school or along the line in their educational journey felt interested in TVET, as well as our persons with disability. We have packages for all of them. We also train for the informal sector as well as our partners and such as NGOs.
I see that there's so much that has gone into the school for over 25 years. Now, I want us to really delve now to the success stories, because after 25 years, the history and all that may not count, but the successes. Vice Principal, what are some of the successes that the school has encountered over these years?
Thank you very much, Mata Inspired. We have recorded a lot of successes. The principal said we moved on from vocational institution to technical institution. What it means is that now we are applying scientific touch to whatever we do in the school. And so as a training institution, TVET training institution, we are mindful of the fact that we are training students who are coming into the society to apply the skills that they have learned there to solve practical problems. And so we have instituted a lot of measures to solve that problem. And we have trained several students who are already in the field, in the industry, and they are performing very well with the nation. In fact, we can't give the numbers at the moment, but we have trained a lot of students who are through innovative leadership. We have come up with our own projects, and so far we have been able to deliver about 9 projects for the institution.
Wow.
Yes.
Right the from buildings you have raised.
Yes, exactly. Using the students and the lecturers, the tutors, and partner with other NGOs to do this. Besides that, we train for the informal sector. We partner with other NGOs, even the government, to train students in short programs for the informal sector.
I think I've seen we not being one
exactly.
of the main partners.
So at the moment, if you go to the institute, the campus, you see a lot of girls there who are into the trade areas, and we are training them. We are offering them these short programs so that when they go out, they'll be able to go into the occupational areas that are available, and which used to be mainly for men. Now we want the ladies to also venture into such areas. Yes. Okay. We have established a production unit.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we are living up to our task of being for a technical institution. Therefore, we have established a production unit, and we have produced about 5 tricycles.
I think I started in one the last time I was in the
exactly.
school.
So we have all these products there. Now we are thinking of changing all our departments to production units.
Hey.
Honestly.
Wow.
And at the moment, the fashion department is producing training gears for, safety attire for institutions and other organizations that are into technical areas and need protection. Then we also run accredited programs. We have the 22 programs that the principal has mentioned. They are all accredited. They've all been accredited by the TVET. In fact, I cannot enumerate all the. Yes.
I want to come to
the principal will add some.
Yeah, I want to come to say first on that. Teaching the students directly and getting to know them. There's this misconception that TVET students are not academically good.
Yeah.
But when I come and see what people are doing, I don't think that if nobody is academically good, they can do that. The construction of the tricycles, the measurements, because it's like everything is calculated.
Yes.
What can you say about TVET students? Let's let the world know that TVET students have what it is, and any other thing you may want to add.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Matter Inspires Foundation. It's a privilege to be here.
Thank you.
And then we are very happy for hosting. So I would like to say that that is really a misconception, in the sense that at the moment, every technical student, especially in the Dabokpa Technical Institute, do what we call the core programs. With the core programs, you have maths, English, social studies, and science. And all these things, especially the science and mathematics, involves calculations. And before you are admitted, our school is now a grade 1 school.
Yeah.
So we don't just take any student. Before you come in, you will have to be sure that your core subjects are very good, your electives are up to standard before you can be enrolled. And once you are enrolled, we take it from there. So you will have to keep on doing well, or else if you are not performing, we have what we call, if you don't perform very well, we can give you first warning, second warning, we put on probation. If you are not still doing well, then they will have to either ask you to repeat. So it's a school that is really of choice. And in fact, all the students, because of these things in place, they are all up to task. And when you, in fact, it's just good you visit the school one of these days to see things for yourselves. The students are all working because they know if they don't perform, they will be shown the exit.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's no more the thing that people have in mind that as for technical schools, it's only the dunderhead, excuse my language, that go there. It's no more that. It has really changed.
I learned even that you have students who with single numbers in your school.
Oh yes, of course. Yes.
And some students just want to come to Dabokpa. Is there a Dabokpa or no school?
Oh yes. The last PTA meeting we had, you just need to be there to see how parents are itching to bring their children to the institute. The school has been transformed. Thankfully, to the leadership of our innovative mother here, the school has really changed. So anybody in town will want to have his or her word in the school. And when you come to the school, you see almost every day the students are very busy. Busy with academic work, busy with skills, and everybody is doing something. And coupled with the hard-working staff, we have about 159 professional staff. Yes, all of them are up to standard.
Yeah.
Yes. So out of the 187, we have 159 of them being fully professional.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the others are also supporting. Yes.
I also want to add that Dabokpa have a driving school. In fact, that's where I learned how to drive. So if you are out there, you want to learn how to drive, just go to Dabokpa driving school, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Or just enter the school and just ask anyone that you are here to make inquiries about their driving school. And they are so patient. But when I was learning, somebody was like, I hope they don't shout at you. I was learning somewhere and they were just beating you and insulting us. And I said, no, Dabokpa, Mr.
It's unique.
Mr.
Martin.
Mr. Martin was, yes, and the other one, I forgot his
Mr. Sabari.
They taught me how to drive, and it was so good. There was one thing he said to come and I will still come back say, he said to come and learn how to change the tire, and I've not had time to go back. But you see, per the other comments I have heard from other places, and what I've heard about Dabokpa, their driving school is superb. Their teachers have the patience to teach you. I'm just saying that so that if you want to buy me a car, you know I know how to drive now. Mama, how did you change Dabokpa in 5 years? In 5 years, like the perspective or what we knew Dabokpa is not the Dabokpa we know now. What strategy did you use to change Dabokpa?
Thank you, Martha. I didn't do it alone. I have a very solid team. I have a very hard-working group who will leave no stone unturned until we achieve our results. We first of all agreed on a vision. to train world-class TVET students for Ghana and beyond. And to achieve this, you will need to have your own colleagues believing in the vision. So once we had a team that believed in the vision, we started the work, and that has been it. We recognize that government cannot do it alone. So we found innovative ways of and making a difference. Yes, my colleague mentioned the production unit. In fact, many of our departments have production units. When you go to the fashion department, we have a fashion factory that produce safety gear, that produce our school uniform, that produce our house dresses, and anything fashion related. They are into that, and they are producing it at a very competitive pricing as well as quality. If you get to the automobile engineering department, we have the driving school, as you have mentioned. We have a maintenance unit where we service vehicles for over 15 agencies. We also have a manufacturing unit where several artifacts have been manufactured. In fact, a lot is going on there, and it's just the fact that we believe in ourselves. We sit down, we come up with the idea, we follow our ideas, we pursue our dreams, and in the end we realize our dreams. We have tried many things. Of course, it's not unusual to have some not succeeding, but a number have succeeded, and we continue to do everything together, and that is what has brought us this far. Our students are cooperating, our teachers are hardworking, and our parents and other partners are supporting. And together we have brought the school this far. We also have, the school is a grade A school, and it's often oversubscribed. And because of that, we have, thanks to our chiefs, we have acquired a 50-acre land on the Yendi Road, to be precise, to do a second campus there.
Whoa.
Yes, last year over 22,000 students chose the school to come as first-year students. When the 22,000, and this figure is verifiable from Free SHS Secretariat.
Wow.
That didn't even include our gate crashers, excuse my words, those who were coming there as an afterthought. They were not included. The place was simply like a market, and everybody wants to come. For us, we see that as an opportunity, and we wish that our stakeholders, our governmental agencies, and development partners could come together for us to partner to be able to expand the facilities so that we can take as many as are interested in the TVET training, so that we could begin the fight against unemployment with that strategy. All over the world, there are examples of countries that have made it through TVET. So we could also learn from them and start from somewhere. We could reduce KIO to a very great extent. We can reduce some of our youth unemployment to a very large extent, and if we reduce crime, everybody will be happy, and life will be better for all of us. We also have the tricycles. We intend to even
the Jubilee House.
Yeah, the Jubilee House. Oh, we have so many that it's not possible to just sit here to talk about all. The eating of the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating of it. So by this, I am inviting you to the Dabokpa Technical Institute. They will walk you through our workshops. Then you would see for yourself all that we are talking about. 25 years of success in the TVET area. 25 years of innovation, 25 years of setting the records, letting people appreciate that our young people can do it and have done it. If you come to the school, you will see what young people have been able to do in the building industry, in the electrical industry, in the plumbing industry, in the automobile industry, in the electronics industry, in the wood construction industry, in the fashion industry, in the welding industry, as well as the mechanical, renewable energy, as well as the computer hardware, and my dear software developers. If you come to the school, you will see all these engineers and what they are doing. In fact, it's a huge transformation agenda that everybody should be interested in, so that together we will build our nation, Ghana.
Build our nation, Ghana. Let me come to you, sir. You know, there have been times that it's like children or students are being forced to do certain courses. But you see, sometimes I see that it's that the children are even now forcing their parents, or just few parents who are also now understanding the agenda. How is the attitude of the students or their appreciation on TVET now? Have you seen some bit of change?
Yes, thank you very much. I think what the Technical Institute, when you are enrolled as a student, the students themselves become very happy at where they have been put, in the sense that the skills is what matters. And almost every department in our institute dwells much on the skills. And the students, once you have been put in a particular area, they know, oh, as for this area, the skills are there.
Yeah.
So they don't care. Once, the most important thing is to be enrolled in a particular school. And once you get the enrollment, you are done with it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where you belong to. Whether you are with the wood construction, you are with the electrical, they all
Just want a skill,
exactly.
something to learn.
And the skills is what matters. And they are all into it. So the most important thing is that get the enrollment. Once you are there, then the skills is there for you. And the teachers, they are very patient, hardworking, and they are ready to do the work. So yours is just educate your colleagues the need for you to get enrolled at the Dabokpa Technical Institute, and you are good to go. And the skills is what we dwell much on, because we don't joke with it. And by the time you complete, you will even start earning something in the school before you even graduate.
Wow.
We have some of the students who, during the weekends, are able to go and do something and then come back. Some jobs. So whilst in the school, they are making money. And those in the production units, like the Vice Principal rightly mentioned, they are producing for the job market. And once they produce, people come in to buy. And once they buy, they also get something. At the end of the day, whilst they are even still students, they get something. So by the time they graduate, they are already skillful. So once they go into the job market, they are already set to make money. So theirs is just to get a place to set up. Even at the back of their house, they can just set up a shelter and start making money. So we are telling the world, do not go to a particular school where your child will come out and then you will have to still go around to look for work and then give to the child. Just bring the child to the Dabokpa Technical Institute, and we are promising you by the time the child is done with the 3 years, he or she is coming out with work. And then you don't need to go struggling looking for work for any of your children. So we are actually ready for the job market, and we are doing it like never before. Yes.
Westman, let me come to you. Mama mentioned that you had over 22,000 students coming in and there's no infrastructure, but do you really encourage these students to come to your school? If somebody just really wants to come to your school, do you encourage these students in your school?
Yes, we do. But the placement is not done by the institution itself. The placement is done in Accra. So what we normally do is we provide them with the numbers and then give us a quota for day students and the quota for boarding students. So we provide them with this quota. then they will now fill in the quota for us. And so basically we do have these students to our programs.
Okay.
Yes. And to add to what my colleague said, the programs as we run, we have them tied to industry.
Okay.
We tie the program, what they are training, to industry, and so we recognize the fact that we cannot train the students alone.
Alone, yeah.
So we encourage them to go into industry. Have the industrial experience. And so when students are going, when schools are going down at the moment, we give them the opportunity to practice with the industries out there in the various occupational areas. So what we normally do is to give them industrial attachment forms. They go and they attach themselves to these industries. So the number of weeks or months that the students will stay at home, they are not just staying at home for nothing, but before they come back, they have something in addition.
Yeah.
And when they come to school, then they apply the scientific touch to some of the things that they have learned out there, including what is being done on the ground in the school itself. And we purposely take up those programs, the projects that we undertake, just purposely for training.
Okay.
Yes, for instance, we start a project from scratch. The drawings will be done by the masters and the students. And when the project starts, if it's a building project, when the building students will start with the foundation,
Okay.
then when it gets to the superstructure level,
Experts will come in.
Exactly, they will do the estimates and everything. Then they will start with the project.
Wow.
Then when it gets to the foundation stage, the plumbers will also come in. When it gets to the superstructure stage,
so by the time they are,
they've
even learn how to build something, a building from
scratch to.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, I should go back to SS again.
and you have all the programs participating.
Wow.
Because we have the electrical students at a particular stage. The electrical students have to come in.
Yeah.
Another stage, the roof,
the tiles, all of them have to come in.
They have to come in, and then when it gets to the roofing stage, the carpenters have to also come in, and that's where the woodworkers also come in to do their part. Then when it gets to the appearance stage, where the finishing stage,
designs and
we have the creative art students also coming in to take their parts. So it's a holistic training that we are offering to the students. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a holistic training that we are offering.
Wow,
to the students.
it's getting so interesting here, getting to know that our young people are actually not wasting their lives. You know, sometimes we are so scared about the kind of lives they live, but I believe that with TVET and the training that the Dabokpa Technical Institute is giving to these young people, we are helping to reduce the number of young people that, quote and unquote, may go astray. Let's take a breather. I'll be right back to continue. Growing up, it was so difficult finding answers to all the questions that bothered my young mind. As soon as I found my purpose and understood my mandate, I made it a mission to answer as many questions as possible, bothering young people. I have mentored, inspired, and helped young people unearth their potentials through the Martha Inspires Foundation. However, I feel it is time to bring the conversation much closer to you. We have you in mind, you the young person. With my team of experts, we bring to you the Reflection Show, a show that focuses on addressing issues young people face, helping them to unearth their potentials, and giving them nothing but the best avenues in helping them solve issues that they may face in their young age. Join me, Martha Inspires, every Thursday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on Truth TV, the Reflection Show, restoring hopes. I've seen or I've heard of, and they do not even have most of the infrastructure. Of course, they don't have it all, but they have adequate infrastructure for youth to learn. And I think the ICT department is so well equipped, Mama. The IT.
Yes.
And I see most girls going in there just to be able to research. Tell us about that.
Thank you once again. Yes, in counting, walking you through the number of programs, I think I mentioned my software developers. Yes, we have a program exclusively for ladies, and we are into software development. These ladies are being trained according to the competency-based mode. So they are supposed to be highest 20 in the classroom, and each is supposed to be assigned to a computer. Then they take their lessons hands-on. They are doing wonderfully well. The very first batch, some of them are in Ghana Telecom universities, and they are doing so well. Apart from that, we also have computer hardware, and that one, there's a mixed gender, boys and girls are part of it, and they are also not doing badly. You see what your gentlemen are doing? The girls would be able to handle it and handle it well.
That we need some of your girls to intern with us.
Yes. My colleague was talking about the placements. I want to add something there. It's a national policy from the Ministry of Education and Ghana Education Service, and for us now, Ghana TVET Service, to place 70% of the students boarding and 30% day. So it's not the institution's choice to choose, I want to go day, I don't want to go boarding. 70% of your students are supposed to be boarders, and 30% are supposed to be day. However, with us, we have a unique challenge. We have just 2 dormitories. One for boys, one for girls. Sadly, that of girls is just 9 rooms. So sometimes we are even not able to contain our 70% legitimate boarders.
Wow.
And I told you about the numbers already. The trend is changing. Within a very short space of time, the trend has changed. When people used to think that TVET is for, if you are not intelligent, will you be able to even identify which cable is going to which ports, to be able to align them, to be able to match the sound, to be able to set the cameras, to be able to get the quality
and
sound,
transmit us to appear on TV with just gadgets.
Television.
Wow.
Will you be able to have such a beautiful room here? Unintelligent people would not be able to give us these results. TVET is rather more demanding, and I think that people are now getting that. Because if you are not intelligent, you will not know how to even align things. You will not understand the scientific principles behind doing things, and you would end up causing damage to life and property. And I think that it's rather the reverse. The TVET students or scholars are very, very intelligent, and they go a step further, a step beyond the knowledge level to the application of the knowledge level. They apply it to solve problems, and the room we are sitting in now is an example of the display of that intellect. The chair I am sitting on, my dress, your beautiful outfit could not have been done by an unintelligent fellow. Then your collar would have been flying elsewhere, your sleeve would be elsewhere, and your beautiful shoes, the colors, everything here is TVET. So the world, even God, people say, is a TVET person.
God is a TVET person. Hey, I've gotten one punchline. Do you know that God is a TVET person? Because if God has created you and created me, it means that he had to think through. If God wasn't intelligent, he can't make you handsome, he can't make you very beautiful. Hey, I'll use this line, copy from my mama. So we don't have a lot of time. Let me come to Vice Principal.
Okay.
Now, we have seen, let's look at the support that you need. Let me come to that perspective. Dabokpa, not just the TV, but Dabokpa, you are celebrating your 25th anniversary. What kind of support do you need? First, let's look at even the parents of the students themselves, the stakeholders, either political, religious, traditional, whatever stakeholders, what do we need? And even the students, how do we also let them understand that we're actually there for them? And of course, we need money. So the agencies that we want, we may want to ask for help. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We, as an institution, are faced with several challenges. And some of the challenges that we face are the infrastructure support. We need infrastructure. There are some of the programs that are demanded by students when they come in. For instance, the electrical engineering and then some other programs are demanding. They come in their numbers and we are not able to contain them. And when you take a certain number, you have to break those numbers down to manageable classes. What it means is that one program alone can take about 2 or 3 classes or 4 classes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we can have like science A, science B. So if
Exactly.
it's electronics A, B, C.
So
wow.
At the moment, we lack a lot of classrooms that can take such students. And so some students come and they want to make their way into certain programs. And taking more on board of, on such programs means that you have to break down those numbers. And we don't have infrastructure to support that. That's one area. We also need a lot of workshops. We need workshops to help in training the children. In fact, if you go to some of our workshops, for instance, the welding workshop is not standardized. We need to come up with those, we need support to build those areas.
Yeah.
And then we also need support by way of running the institution as a whole. Talking about the major support, we have a vision. The vision at the moment, we are building an ultra-modern automobile engineering workshop, and we need a lot of support, parental and organizational support, philanthropists and everything to come on board to support us realize this dream, because we have been given a certain fixed period to complete that workshop to be able to get some machines installed in those machines for training. We need support for that. I think when it gets to another decision, the principal will add some of that.
You are in the classrooms. Yes. Apart from just the infrastructure support, the children themselves, are there some challenges they encounter or some assessment needs you've seen, and maybe other stakeholders can also help them on that?
Thank you very much. I think in the classroom, our main need will be sitting units. We need a lot of sitting units. At the moment, like table and chair.
Hey,
even though we have
sitting units.
We have sitting units.
Oh, nice. Hey,
but at the moment,
you have to go to that school.
They are inadequate. Fortunately, with the innovative principle around, we introduced what we called the need for furniture to be brought in by all freshers. So hopefully, last year we started that, and some of the freshers coming in were able to bring their furniture, which helps us a lot, but it's still inadequate. So we still need a lot of support in that direction, so that at least we can have, when it comes to examinations, we can have each student sitting on his or her desk to be able to write and concentrate. Aside that, we also need what we call staff accommodation on campus. Yes. Staff, currently, you will be surprised that we have only 4 teachers on campus controlling about that big school. 2,384 students. with only 4 teachers on campus. So it's woefully inadequate. So if we can't get support in that direction, I think it will help us a lot. So that when more teachers are on campus, it will also help to control the students and then attend to their needs whenever there is a need to do so. So aside that, we also need, just like they mentioned, we have only 2 dormitories. So we need a lot of support in that direction too. So if we can get a lot of dormitories, I think it will help us to be able to have a lot of them being boarders. The 70% the principal mentioned, we can at least adequately take a sizable number of the 70%. So that when we have a lot of them being boarders, it's easy to control them, especially those of you coming from far. Some of them, before they get to the classroom, they are already late. We start classes at 7:30. Some of them, because they come from far, they will have to end up coming after 7:30, which is not the best. By the time they come, we've already started
and even
academic
the
work.
stress, they won't be able to fully concentrate in class.
Exactly,
They are so stressed out.
exactly. And we also encourage, because it's a technical school, the skills work, sometimes you give them a project they are not able to complete. So some of them will want to finish it up after the normal classes. So if they are day students, they end up leaving the campus. But if they are in the boarding house, they will be compelled to stay back and then do what we call teamwork. And that helps them a lot. So if we get support in that area, it will help us a lot. Yes.
And you know, sometimes we feel that because they can produce, why don't they just produce? But you see, if I need to produce a chair, I need money to be able to buy the wood. Yes. If I have to produce something, I need money to buy the raw material. So for those who can also donate cash to the schools, you are welcome. Because if they have to do most of these practices, build a classroom for themselves, you're not going to pay for the human resource. But the raw materials for that building, I believe they have the land, just like Mama has said. But if the land is there and the raw materials are not there, I believe even one vacation, you can just bus some of your students to the new site with a plan and they build, and it will be done in a short while. So I'm appealing to everybody out there, individuals and also corporate organizations. We are in January, the anniversary is in March. I believe they will send letters to some of the organizations seeking for support. Your corporate social responsibility. I know how these corporate organizations say, oh, it's not part of our budget, it didn't come early. Please, through the reflection show, we are telling you that add it to your budget. Add the Dabokpa Technical Institute to your budget and make sure that you support the school. The anniversary is a big event for those who have refreshment companies. So you have the people who produce water, people who produce soft drinks, people who produce pastries or who produce biscuits. If you can even give them 3,000 bottles of drinks, 3,000 packs or pieces of biscuits, if you can give them 3,000 bottles of water, imagine what that can do for the anniversary. If you can even give them more and more of other things that they might need, just imagine what is going to happen to the school. And for those who can give in cash, why don't you start something, 100 cedis to support the Dabokpa Technical Institute? Maybe we have to see if we can start a campaign on that, 100 cedis to support the Dabokpa Institute. And this is a personal appeal. I've not asked for permission from Mama, but I know she'll be happy I'm doing this. To the old boys of the Dabokpa Technical Institute, we are begging you, 25 years, please rise up. Come out and support your school. Most of you are successes today because of the school that you attended. Most people think I didn't attend Dabokpa. I attended Nobisco, but I'm so passionate about Dabokpa. So the old boys and the old girls, please, most of you are working in very reputable companies. Lobby for your school. Make sure that your school is part of the list that they are going to help. That's not the final words, but I just wanted to say that I'm going back to Mama, because I believe that if we actually can put our hands together, look, 25 years now, imagine we even had like 1,000 students each year. Other years would have more, so complementing the other years. 1,000 students each year times 25 years, that's about what?
25,000.
25,000, right?
Yes.
So if 25,000 students can raise 100 cedis each, some can do 200, 500, and even 1,000 to complement those that might not. We are raising about 250,000 Ghana cedis.
Exactly.
Imagine what that can do for your school. I was telling Mama that we need to pavement the whole school. Let's raise this money and pavement this. Mama, your final words on this and anything you want to tell the stakeholders and even the students and even the parents. Come March just around the corner. What should they do? And also beyond the anniversary, what should we do too? Because this school has really come to stay. And we want to celebrate 30, 40, 50 years of Dabokpa. Yes.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you, Mama.
For telling some of my story for me. Yes, it's evident that the school alone cannot do it. We are relying heavily on governmental support, community support, old boys support, support from NGOs, support from development partners, support from businessmen and women. No contribution is too small or too big. If 500 people decided to give us a bag of cement each, that would translate into 500 bags of cement, and that is huge and can do a lot. If 100 people will agree to give us 1,000 each, 1,000 Ghana cedis each, that's going to translate into 100,000 Ghana cedis. So please, the school is able to tell a success story because of some of the innovations we are using in the school. Your contribution would help us even innovate better. Our roads put together are less than 2 kilometers, will be less than 2 kilometers. We are appealing to our highways authorities as well as the regional coordinating council and Tamale Metro Assembly and contractors out there to come to our aid to help make the school even more beautiful. If we begin at the school level to train these young ones to be conscious of their environment and beauty, they will take it back home and our environment will be very, very beautiful. So everybody should come on board. Let's celebrate our successes. Let's celebrate our successes and let's see what we can do even more in the future for our own children, so that in the very near future, when we would have exited, we would have trained very capable and responsible young people to take over from us. On this note, I want to thank Matter Inspired Foundation and your team for this opportunity. Dabokpa is forever grateful. I want to also thank my colleagues here and out there in the school, as well as my dear students and community members who have already come to our aid. The rest should learn from that, and let's build together. May God bless us all.
Wow, Daptech,
We are unique.
Daptech,
We are unique.
Hey, I'm not part of the school.
Yeah.
You have
see?
also been.
Yeah, you see, I believe that when we put our hands together, we can do better. I just
Yes.
pray that you go to the school. If you are in Tamale, those in Tamale, you have no excuse. You can just go. And you know, I want to make a special appeal to my content creators, my colleague TV personalities, YouTubers, photographers, videographers. What can we do for Dabokpa? You may not have the money to give to the school, but maybe you're a photographer. You can go to the school, take pictures of these works that they've done, write a very beautiful story about them, post it on online, Facebook, Instagram. Somebody who has the money might see it and support the school. You may be a videographer, an editor, what you can do something for the school. March is coming, the anniversary is coming. Please, I'm appealing for this for Dabokpa. If you are a photographer, a videographer, and you want to support this, just go to the school, just take pictures of the events for them. Something they will not use money to pay for, they are going to save money. So it comes in different ways of support, because every event they will need photographers. So if you can go and take pictures for them that they wouldn't pay for, or maybe you produce sachet water, what can you do? You can give them 20 bags, 100 bags, 2,000 bags of water, because it will be like a whole week celebration. Something they would have used money for, they will not use money for. Or maybe you are a restaurant, you don't have money to give them, but you can give them 10 plates, 20 plates of food to serve the protocol who are going to be coming into the school. These are petty things we can all do to support the school. I believe they would want to paint the school again or make some finishing touches. You don't have money, you have a paint. Don't worry, they have the human resource that would paint. You have cement, you want to help them plaster, just give it to them. Whatever support that you have, no matter how little, or you have a voice like me, you don't have money, use your mouth and talk and beg people to come and give them the kind of support. At the end of the day, that girl or that boy that will get an extra classroom to sit in to have an education will become a better adult who may not fall into armed robbery to come and steal your things in the night. So please, I beg you, everybody watching me, I may not be scanned, but out of work, I have grown to love TVET and the work that Dabokpa Technical Institute is doing. So with my whole team, we are joining our hands together to support this agenda. And if you want to reach out to them, do you have any phone numbers you want to give out, Mama?
Yes, please. You can please reach us on 020 827 0117.
Okay.
I take it again.
Yeah.
020 827 0117.
Okay.
You can also reach us on an MTN number 024 90 850 92 024 90 850 92.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can reach them on this now. I'm told they are also on Facebook, Dabokpa Technical Institute. There may be a lot of illegal or fake pages on Facebook. So this one, it has a picture of the school gate and a picture of their crest, if I am not wrong, on there. So you can reach out to the numbers that Mama has given, or reach out to us, Martha Inspires Foundation. Our numbers are on the screen. We'll direct you to the school to have a conversation with them. But the anniversary is just less than 2 months. It's just in March. So I beg you, if you are watching this episode, whatever support that you have to give to the school, the time is now. The time is now. And if you know somebody who attended the Dabokpa Technical Institute, please remind them that we are waiting for the 100 Ghana cedis. I think it's a campaign I think we need to raise. Every old student should contribute 100 Ghana cedis to support, at least 100 Ghana cedis to support this this anniversary and even beyond that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Martha Inspires. Please have a good night. See you same time.